I spoke with President-elect Trump earlier this afternoon by phone as he and his team begin the transition process. The president-elect outlining his priorities for day one of his administration. Among them, taking action at the southern border, including implementing what he has called his mass deportation plan, regardless of the price tag. The president-elect also describing to me his calls with some 70 world leaders since his victory, including Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel and President Zelensky of Ukraine, two conflicts that loomed large over the campaign, adding that he had not yet spoken with Russian President Putin, but believes he will. Mr. Trump also shared details of his conversations with President Biden and Vice President Harris since the election, calling them, quote, very nice calls, both respectful, both ways. Our conversation came after President Biden spoke from the White House today for the first time since the election, echoing remarks made by Vice President Harris yesterday.
Yourself, call your friends, check on them. And get ready, because we're in for one hell of a ride with him at the helm and no immunity guardrails. Okay. God bless America, people. That's all I can say. We're going to need it. And how about we get rid of the Electoral College? Does that?
Yes, the past 48 hours, what I see on social media is extremely entertaining. When you look at Megyn Kelly calling out Oprah, Taylor Swift, and these crazy celebrities, I believe this should be a signal to them. They should be able to realize that they are irrelevant. They used to think like they are up there, coming back to tell you what to do. A lot of people are not falling into that trap. Taylor Swift thought I would just stand and post, tell all my millions of followers to cast for this person. It didn't work. We saw what happened. It should signal something to Democrat. If they cannot learn from this, then I don't know when they will. Because this campaign Kamal carried out, it was actually bad to a certain extent. I don't know, some of these people were paid.
One of the big losers, the celeb crowd. We touched on this yesterday. Beyonce, loser. Oprah, huge loser. J-Lo, you matter. Pfft, loser. No one cares what you think. If you want to talk to me about what it is you're doing to your skin, I'm all in. Go on. You got my full attention. If you want to tell me who to vote for or what's happening with the economy or immigration, please sit down. No one cares. We would like to know what happened between you and Ben Affleck, what happened between you and P. Diddy, exactly what you're doing to your butt, and how you keep your skin so glowy. That will end the list of things we care about J-Lo's opinion on. Taylor Swift, sorry, you effed around and found out. You do not have unlimited influence. The young girls love you because you sing songs about men who break up with you, and they can all relate to that. No one gives two shits about your political opinion, so you should take it and stuff it. That could be your next song. Stuff it. That's what the American electorate told me. We could play it on Thanksgiving.
People try not to negatively forecast.
Yes, if Kamala listened to this guy, though I don't agree with him, Don Lemon did interviews on the street. What he realized that Kamala is having a problem. He said it on one of his videos, like a lot of people are leading to Trump. This people did not listen. He even struggled to write Kamala campaign. Nobody replied to him. Look at this. If you see him saying Trump base is very strong, though I disagree with him saying, oh, it's like a cut-like, I don't want to hear that. If you see him acknowledge that Trump base is one and they support him just like that, it is because he has seen it. He is not just saying on this vote, he saw on all the street interviews he carried out on different locations, even Deep Blue State, he did that. Seeing him here, doing live stream, acknowledging that he did not see even a Democrat candidate that can defeat Trump. It should tell you a lot.
What is the lesson that your party should have learned?
Well, the Democratic Party worked very hard, and they raised, substantial sum of money. We had great candidates, and so Trump had a following, basically generally led by whites. White males voted in big numbers. He had a few from the other race groups that joined in, like the Latinos at 45%, and black men at about the same rate that they did when they voted for him before, at about 20%. That combination won. And so it is not that Democrats did not work hard, did not do a great job. We had an unusual situation where we had a black woman, which this country has never seen before. A combination of all of those things led to his win.
I will not push back on the idea that race and sex matter in American politics. I think they do. I don't know that it was the controlling variable, and you don't suggest otherwise. To me, it seemed to be that the Democrats thought Trump stinks is enough. And Senator Bernie Sanders said something that reminded me of you, which is why I wanted you on the show tonight.
And they cannot even learn. Maxine, what I sitting here still making that mistake, still struggling to play that race card. That has been the problem with these people. When I watch the mainstream media, even The View today, they are still struggling to spill this. They don't want to acknowledge that there was a problem. Border issue, inflation, things like that. They don't care. The economy in general, they don't care about that. Look at what Bernie Sanders said. The Democrat Party used to be, working class. But from the look of things, they tilt away from that, neglect this group of people. But look at it now. The Republican Party has engulfed everything.
President Vance for 8 years, which I kind of wish some of my friends had thought about yesterday that weren't voting. So now we're paying the price. And
We saw the same lies during the campaign. Trump made it clear, like, I'm not here to do this, I'm not here to do that. Even after the election, for them to stay silent and wait to see if Trump will actually do what Democrats spew and the mainstream media throughout, we all know, were all lies. They can't even be patient. She's not patient to wait to see if Trump will ban abortion nationwide. I don't get it. If they lie to you once, why just take it all through on your brain? Pretend like you never heard. We saw how Trump debunked what Kamala campaign put out repeatedly. She's still here to spill this. Another lady went on a rant saying, I'm going to deprive any man of sex. We will not have anything to do with men again. We are going to remain dry throughout. It is a good thing if you can preserve yourself to that extent. It's a nice thing. I appreciate you for doing that.
How would you explain that to a 14-year-old today? How would you explain this election?
I'll try not to think about my boys, because
Yes.
Not that my content reaches a lot of men because I have an IQ of 130, but I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry. We're probably going to stay dry. I'm dry as a desert, baby, and I don't want it to change. Yeah, we're not going to like you anymore. You understand that? Like, it doesn't matter if you take away abortion. Like, we'll want to have your babies even less, right? Even if you take away contraception, like, women are really good at celibacy because you guys are actually a threat to us.
God is faithful. Yeah, He's faithful. If you have people around you like this, you need to be extremely careful. This has exposed a lot of these people. Joe Rogan says Trump elections win is one of the first time there's a real chance to make real tangible change for the good of everyone. The great American comeback is here. Rogan said Trump's greatest strength would be the new talent he has on his team. You elected, but along with that, you have RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance.
But it's Donald Trump as the messenger was so polarizing that people lost what's really going on just based on who this guy is, who has, just like Tony Hinchcliffe is an insult comic, Donald Trump's entire career is, you're fired.
Yep.
You're a loser. Rosie O'Donnell's a loser. That's his whole shtick. And you expect him to course correct once he gets into office? No, he's not. That's not who he is. You elected that guy.
I mentioned that guy's name. He's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway, it's just my thought bubble out loud. We took a look at some of their reactions to the news of Trump's win. Look at this.
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch the show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well,